Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to you all today. My name is Miss Diana and I am going to take up your English lesson. So hope you all are doing well. Okay, so before we start the lesson, we'll have a fun activity, okay, or you can call it a startup activity for the lesson, warm-up activity. I will be giving you some books to your groups. As you're already seated in groups, I will give you these books. I want you all to segregate these books, okay. Segregate as in what kind of a story it is and what kind of a book it is, okay, and that is our topic for today. Okay, I will give you 30 seconds, that's more than enough. Okay, so once we are done with it, we will start with the topic. Okay, so I believe you all are done with it. Now let's start with our lesson. So our topic for today is non-fiction. Non-fiction is basically a story. Can you complete my sentence? That's correct. A story which has real facts, okay, or is real. Basically, in English genre, there are two kinds of storybooks. One is fiction and one is non-fiction. Okay, so fiction is basically made-up stories which is not real, and non-fiction stories are real and facts. That is the topic which we are going to focus on today. Okay. Now, to be more precise and to know non-fiction more clearly and to understand the topic, let's see what is the definition of this. Non-fiction text is basically a text based on real events. Okay, it is in fiction, it's not made up stories. Okay, you will find them in your textbooks like history textbooks, okay, in your encyclopedia, your newspapers, your cooking books and your biography. You might have seen some books which we just saw, okay, like short stories on, real stories, then facts about USA, then weird truths. These all are non-fiction stories, okay. Then, going on to the next one. These are more examples of non-fiction, okay, stories or blogs about animals in newspapers, stories about volcanoes, earth, science and cooking, okay. These all are real facts and real information, okay. Now, for us to know the topic, it's very important to know the difference between the other, okay. So here, let's differentiate what is fiction and non-fiction. Fiction basically refers to the plot and setting of the characters which is created as imaginative. Okay, like your fairy tale stories, you know, some of the, let's refer back to these books. So these are the fairy tale stories. The characters which are fictitious, are not real, okay. They are read and watched for fun. You've seen Harry Potter, you have seen many others, right? Well, I've seen it, right? Okay. The same thing here, these stories are factual, based on real people, like autobiography of Nelson Mandela or an autobiography of Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, so we read this and we watch these for information. Okay, the book is about animal life cycle or a documentary on the TV, as I said. Okay, here it's about cats talking like a fable. Okay, and a cartoon on television what you watch. Okay. To be more precise, okay, these are more informations. In non-fiction stories, let's, as our topic today is non-fiction, let's go about in non-fiction. Basically, they are true facts, they're always kept in order. For example, when you do a biography, which is a non-fiction text, you always see that the date of birth, then the, their family life is come. Next, you have their the achievements, and then you have what they are known for. Okay, so those all is in order. You cannot have it in a non-chronological order. It has to be always in a chronological order. Then you always have real pictures. Now with Cristiano Ronaldo, they will not put a cartoon character of someone who's not known. They will put real pictures in a non-fiction text. Okay, you have the table features, you have the heading, okay, and the glossary at times. Basically, glossary is something that it gives you a meaning of some difficult words. Okay, then how to identify a non-fiction? Same like what we did, based on our the information here, you can identify. But basically, you identify whether the story is real, The story is about real people, and they are always accurate. They are always correct information. They are verified information from relevant sources. They are unbiased. They are very fair enough, and they are not biased. Okay, and they are talking about a particular timeline. If you're talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, they're talking about now. If we are talking about Neymar, or even you're talking about someone like Nelson Mandela, they are talking about a different timeline in the past. Okay? Now, I hope you all got it till now. Okay? This is a brief about the lesson of non-fiction. Now we will have a fun, we will have kind of a review activity. This is a worksheet which I will pass on. Okay? This is just a multiple questions. Let me see how much you all understood about this lesson, and then like an exit ticket. So let's see how much you understood about this part, and let's finish that, and then you have a small teeny weeny homework. Okay, you cannot finish any topic without a homework or a feedback. Okay, now I want you to do just write 5 lines about any person, very famous person. Okay, it is a start of a biography, which is a non-fiction text, but we will write about any famous person, maybe Cristiano Ronaldo, maybe Jennifer Lopez, anyone who you like. Just Google them and write 5 points of them. Maybe their birthplace, where they were born, where did they study, how did they overcome their challenges, their work, interest, and what are they famous for. Okay, that's your work assignment for the weekend, and see you back after the weekend. So now, do you have any queries, any questions you want to clear? Okay, thank you class. It was a very fun learning with you. Thank you and have a nice day.